Hi everyone, it's Jill Lancet. I think everybody enjoyed my last video. So many of you tuned in to see that one, and it was 3 simple Christmas cards. If you missed it, go back and have a look, because everybody could do with some Christmas ideas. Now, tonight's card is not a Christmas card. Having said that, having G'd you all up and got you all ready for Christmas cards, it's not. I got this suite of products through the week, and I couldn't wait to have a go at this, and I think this is a beautiful card. Now, I've taken inspiration from here and there and everywhere, but I'm using this beautiful suite of products. It's called Hearts of Elegance, this stamp set, and there's a die, of course, that's got some beautiful hearts in it. We're just using one tonight. There's some other products in this suite that are absolutely gorgeous. There's these beautiful papers. This is an online exclusive product. It is available now. Look at these beautiful gold foiled papers. Absolutely gorgeous. What more could you ask for? So I decided to make, it's not a Valentine's card. I'm not into Valentine's cards very much, but yeah, if you love somebody, let them know. But I'm going to show you the card, and it looks quite complicated, but I've simplified this. I can tell you that right now. It's a tent fold. It stands up like that, and we have this gorgeous little opening message in here. So this just folds up like this, and then the last one pops in and closes it all up just like that. And isn't that gorgeous? I hope you can see that. Look at the detail on that. So I think we'll get to going. Now look, as I said, this is not as hard as it looks. Inside I've just popped another piece of the designer series paper, one of the stamps, and these beautiful little heart trinket things, embellishments that came with the suite. There's a gorgeous twisted gold thread, but we're not using that tonight. I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So I reckon we better get going. Okay, so you start off with a tent fold card, okay? Just a tent fold card. It's your normal size of paper, cardstock, and it is cut vertically in half. Now, in the case of the metric, it is 10.5, and then it's scored at 14.85. Now, in the US, it would be, oh gosh, let me think. Well, you know what it is. If you're in the US, it's a standard card size, tent fold. Gosh, sorry guys. I've had a long day and I've got a bit of a headache, so yeah. I'm not really, I'm a metric girl, sorry. So we'll have a look at that, and I've got a little few bits and pieces happening here. So we'll get started. I just want to get all this stuff out. Now I have done a fair bit of this, just to save a bit of time, because I know we're all busy. So you've got your cardstock, which is a tent fold. Next, you need a piece of designer series paper that is 5 inches by 5 inches. Now, whether you're metric or whether you're US letter size, I think this will fit. You may have to just rearrange the borders on this, but if you do this 5 by 5, I'm pretty sure you will be fine. So I have cut this piece out. This is one of those gorgeous pieces with the gold foiling. you will need one piece of, what did I say this was? 8 centimetres by 8 centimetres, or 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Now that is the same. 3 1/8 is 8 centimetres, okay? So we need that. We've got a bit of a scrap for the inside of the card. We've got this gorgeous die. Now I cut out some gold foil cardstock, and what size did I do that? 2 3/8 of an inch by 2 1/16. Now that's what that size is, and it just fits that die. Now the reason I did them separately, cut them out, is because sometimes when you run it through your die machine, you might get marks on the gold foil. So I did them individually in that I cut them to that size, which was 2 3/8 by 2 1/16. And I will put all of the details and measurements down in the description below. Now I've already cut out 3. We need 4. So I'm just going to pop those out of the way. I'm going to cut this little last one out, and then we'll get to putting this together. So I've got my little mini cut and emboss machine. Stamp and cut. Bertha. I've got Bertha. I've taped this down with just some removable tape. Now that size just fits this die. Now it's this die from the set, okay? And I've just taped that to keep it in place while I run it through, okay? So just pretend I've already done this 3 times, and this will be the last one. And then this card is quite simple to put together. So where is that thing I had? There it is, my take your pick. Sometimes marks will transfer onto foil, so that's why I cut them individually. So just bear with me while I show you the next step. Now the next step is to take your 5x5 piece of designer series paper. Now I want the gold foiling to be on the inside of this piece, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So you're going to fold it in half from side to side. Now just bear with me, I want to make sure I've got that right there. Now use your bone folder, it does make it a little bit easier. And we're going to open that out now, turn it around and fold it in half again. So we should have 4 quarters on this cardstock, okay? That's what we want. So there we go. So I want to open it out again now. It's probably easier to see it on this side. You can see we've got our 4 scores like that. So we're going to fold this again corner to corner, open it out and fold it on the other corners. Okay, so just bear with me while I line this up. And then we're going to open this out. This is easier. This is easier than measuring. I tried to measure it. It was like too many numbers. And I don't like, you know, I just want to know how to get to this point without having to measure all this. Sometimes all that palaver is just too much. Now, I'm going to show you this. I'll show you this on this side. You can see that if I push that in, it would be like that, okay? But we don't want it like that. But they're the folds, okay? So I'm going to open it out again. Now, this is the part that I want on the inside. So you can reinforce your creases just so that you can see them. At this stage, we just want the vertical and the horizontal. So we're going to take this corner and we're going to pop that into the corner, into the center. Okay, so we're folding it back onto itself. Now, if you can see your score, you can line your score up with that score. That's great. And we just want to pop that just like that. I think that's right. Hang on. Okay. So I'm just going to give that a nice burnish. And I'm going to do that with all of them. Now, try not to let them overlap. It's okay if they butt up to one another, but don't let them overlap, okay? There we go. And on all 4 sides, we want to do this, okay? 4 sides. Okay. What happened this week? Oh, we had the Melbourne Cup this week. It was on Tuesday. It is touted as the race that stops the nation, and it pretty much does. It's like the biggest horse racing event in Australia. It's held in Melbourne every year, and the whole country basically celebrates one horse race. I went to a Melbourne Cup lunch. I did win some money in the sweeps. I had a really lovely lunch and a lovely time. There was a show with some fabulous singers, and yeah, went with some friends. So that was lovely. Right, now we've got this. So if I just open that out, you'll see that that is our original piece of 5x5. And after all of that scoring, we really only needed these corners to be presented in. So that is our little piece. We've got our 4 hearts. We've got 4 of these beautiful hearts. I hope you can see the beautiful detail on that. I really do. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's punched it through, so it is like little holes. So now it's this point we take our piece of 8x8. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on this. I just need some stamps. So I wanted the flower and the leaves. And I just have 2 colours. I have the Mossy Meadow and the Melon Mumbo. So the Melon Mumbo is the colour that is in this pink. So just bear with me while I ink this up. Now I do need a bit of scrap paper. Just want to pop a bit of scrap paper under there. What else happened this week? Oh, that's the wrong one. That is the wrong colour. I've been doing this all day. I don't know. I'm off with the pixies again. Right, let's try that again. Melon Mumbo. They both start with M. That's where I got confused. Hang on. So I'm just inking this up, and I'm just going to pop this down in one corner. Now you can pop it down in the corner, up in the corner. I did the last one down in the corner, so we might do this one up in the corner. So I'm just going to go up in the corner here, and I think I did need a bit of a foam mat under that because it's photopolymer. Yeah, it likes to have something nice to push back on. Look at that. Beautiful colour. I love this colour. So there's our little flower. Now I'm going to do the leaves. Now these leaves, little tiny leaves, sort of fit in and amongst this flower, but you could mask this off if you wanted to, but I'm just going to wing it, so to speak. So I'm just going to pop that one there. It looks like it's tucked in underneath. Ink it up again, And this is a new set. You may or may not have seen this around. So, yep. You need to go on to my online store if you'd like to see it, because it's not in a catalogue anywhere. Yeah, that's the only place you're going to see it. And I'll do one last little lot just there off the page. Look at that, beautiful. Now that could be in any corner. It doesn't matter. It's just gorgeous. And I think I did the message. What was the message? Oh, happy birthday. What did I do with that? Hold your horses. I think it was from this set, the Unbounded Love. Oh, it's out. What have I done with it? What have I done with it? Hang on. Here it is. Panic Not. It is. It's from the Unbounded Love set. Happy birthday. It's a beautiful little happy birthday sentiment. I did this one in the Mossy Meadow just because we're tying everything in together. I'm just going to give that a clean. It didn't look very clean. Right, Mossy Meadow. I guess it doesn't look very clean if you use it a lot, which I do. Got some beautiful soothing music happening here. Do you have music going while you're crafting? Just an interested question, that's all. Anyway, I'm going to stamp this in the Mossy Meadow. I'm going to pop it around about there. Now, I can actually stamp that flower again on the other corner if I want to, and I might, just to make this look a bit different. Now, this stamp, this font, like all of these scripty fonts, it doesn't matter if it's not straight. Like, really, don't stress, because, yeah, it won't matter. Nobody will know that it wasn't meant to be on that jaunty angle. So I'm going to stamp another one over here. Just a bit slightly different, I think. And we'll do the leaves in the Mossy Meadow. Oh, we might actually do these leaves coming out here like this. I might use the other leaves just for a change. See what we can do with that one. There's two different leaves that are in this set. And of course you've got the gorgeous stamp. Look at that beautiful heart stamp. So you could use that as well if you wanted to. So we might actually have this one coming out like this. Beautiful. And we might just stamp the other one. Like just half stamp it off the page. Just to fill it in a bit. I'll try not to drop it. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And it fills in that whole beautiful space. Just bear with me while I just have a drink, guys. Okay, so that's that. That is going inside our beautiful, beautiful gold foil piece. Now I'm going to just pop a little bit of liquid glue on that. Let me get that out of the way. And we'll get that ready. And we can move on to the next phase of this card. That is the hardest part. And that's not even hard. Okay, so there is a border all the way around. So just check that. You just want to make that nice and even all the way around. And then we're going to take the card base and we are going to stamp directly onto the card base. So we will do the front of the card base. Let me just check if that's the front. Yep, this is the front. So I wanted to stamp sending lots of love, and I'm going to do that in the Mossy Meadow. I do need that mat back. Okay, let's have a look. Just pop that under there. And I'm doing this right on the very bottom. So centering it up. Now my head might get in the way here, guys. So I'm just going to pop that right on the bottom like that. Hope it's straight. Just pressing down gently. Let that ink have a couple of seconds to absorb into the paper, okay? So let's have a look. Oh, that was lucky. I dropped it, but you can't even see it. Oh my gosh, it's so warm here. I think it's like very humid. So now I've got that. On the inside of the card, I want to stamp lots of love. It's a big greeting. I'm going to do that also in the Melon Mumbo. And yeah, I don't know how long we've been going for, but when you consider what a lovely card this is, yeah, it hasn't taken very long at all. Now you want to line the U up, okay? You want the U to be straight. So I'm hoping that's straight. It looks straight to me, but you know, what can I say? Don't look at the love because it's all over the place. I hope that's straight. Just pressing down, letting that ink soak in. I'm going to be very, very careful when I take this off. I think I say that all the time. Like, that's really stuck. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, there you go. So now I have a scrap piece, and that is going to go across the bottom. And I want to trim, I will trim that off. So I will just, I think I'll use some Stampin' Seal for this. Just bear with me. So I'll pop a bit there, pop a bit about there, and a bit in the middle. I know it's a bit bigger, that's why I'm doing it like that. So I'm going to pop that over there. I want some of that beautiful gold foiling to be showing. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Now you can take your scissors. If you prefer the long bladed ones, I just line it up at the back just like that and snip it off. There is a bit of seal poking out there, but nothing too dangerous. Now, I've got another little trick for you here as well, but we'll do that in a second. I'm pretty sure we're done now with that. So this is what we're going to do, okay? We're going to take our little happy birthday, little faux envelope, I guess you could call it. And I think I used some glue dots. Where would they be now, do you think? Glue dots, glue dots, glue dots. They're eluding me. Here we go. Here's some. Or you could use tear and tape. You know what? I reckon you could probably use seal. So we might use seal and some glue dots. I'll just pop the glue dots over there just in case. So now what I want to do is I want to open all of these because I want to have a look at this and make sure I've got this exactly right. Now I'm going to take one of the hearts. I'm going to glue it so that this score line, and this is why we did it, once you put this on the card, nobody will notice this. We are going to put where the two parts of the heart meet, we're going to put it right on that very, 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 very tip. so you can't see it. But then I want to line up the tip of the heart, the center, with that line, okay? So I can put some seal down to there. I wouldn't put glue because look, there's holes in that. So I'm going to put some seal on here. I'm going to pop that on there like that. Now, I might put a glue dot on the very, very tip of this heart. On the very, very tip of this heart. Now, these look like they're the only ones I can find, and these are a bit crazy. Hang on. So there's my glue dot, and I'm just going to pop that right there. Okay. Because I want that held down, but it's really tricky to figure out where it is going to go. So now I want, if it goes over the edge, just peel it back a bit. So all I'm doing is just peeling that back on itself. So I want the tip to line up with that fold line, and I want this part of the heart to line up with that, but I don't want to see that. So I just want to keep that underneath and then line that up like that. So from the back, it looks really neat, and you can't see that little tip from the front, okay? So we're going to do that on all 4 of these pieces, okay? So we'll pop this glue dot on here, right on the very base. Get that ready. And I think it's easier to put the seal on here. So if you wanted to, you could just lay your little heart down and then move it up a bit, pop a little pencil line so that you know you can't go any further down than that. So that's where I want my seal, okay? So if I put that there like that, kind of looks like an arrow. I'm going to lay that down. I've got my heart. This little dip in between is going to be covering the point, and this is going to line up with this fold here. So look, it just takes a little bit of practice. After the first one, you'll have it down pat. So I'm going to give that a nice press. So from the back, you can see that that point actually does meet up, but it's just short of hanging over. So there we go. So we're going to do another one. I'm going to just lay this. I think this is possibly the easiest way. Lay it down, then move it up just slightly. Make sure that you're not going to go any further down than that with your seal. I do want a glue dot on the bottom just to give it added security. And so if you do it like that, I'm pretty sure you'll have this all covered. And honestly, I don't think this takes very long at all. So I can just see the tip, so I'm going to move that up. I'm going to line up down there and press that down. And there's our third one done. So let's do the next one. Just line that up, move it up a little bit. Put a little pencil mark. I always like to do things like that because it's better to do that and be absolutely sure than to not do that and then regret it later on, you know, when it, you know, it doesn't work out well for you. So yeah, what does it cost? A pencil line. Here we go. Here's our 4th little heart. I'm lining it up there, lining it around there. And there it is. Now this I am going to glue onto the front of the card. But first I wanted to put that ribbon on, that little bit of string. Now that string, what have I done with that now? Oh, this string came from a new set. Oh, look, I have gremlins. I'm telling you, I have gremlins. I just had that. Anyway, there's 3 colours. There's like a Night of Navy, like a Cajun Craze, and then there's this green. It's thinner than the baker's twine. It's kind of like the linen thread. But anyway, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to, and again, I'm going to measure this because I will be devastated if I get this wrong. So about a 1.5 inches up from the base, right on the edge, I'm going to put just a little mark. And I'm going to do that on the other side, 1.5 inches right up here, a little mark. And I found these, it's a tiny little hole punch, and all I'm going to do is just nibble a piece out of the edge, so I can see my mark there. I can see this little punch, and I'm just going to take a little notch out. So I'm going to do it on the other side. Now that's why I wanted to measure it, because yeah, I pretty much wanted those to be even. So there they are. I'm going to wrap my piece of string around. Now I'm hopeless, so this could be an exercise in futility, right? But I'm going to try, all right? So if I do that, then that string will sort of stay in that little notch. So if you have problems with your string or your baker's twine or whatever it is, sliding down when you don't want it to slide down, this is a great little way. So I'm just going to tie, I think I need a little bit more than that. Now I've got this upside down because for some reason or other I think it works out a little bit better if you have it upside down. So you want to give yourself plenty of twine. I'm just going to tie 1 knot, and I'm just going to tie a 2nd knot, and while I'm holding that firm, okay? So there it is there. Then I'm going to snip this off because, oh no, I don't think I need to. Hang on. I'm just going to make a bow. Now the reason I've got it upside down is because I think they always seem to work better if you do them upside down. There we go. Now you can muck around with that. I'm just going to snip that off. And I will indeed muck around with that. So I will make it a bit tighter. And I can make those tails a little bit shorter if I want to. That side might be a bit big. Now if that's not quite in the center, just bow your card. Just bow your card like that, and you can move it either way, okay? But it looks okay to me. So I'm going to trim that off. Oops, she says. I'm going to pop another little glue dot underneath that just to hold that securely. Hang on. I need my take your pick for this. So I'm just going to roll that over. Just like that. And stick that under there. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. Now I can just tuck that under if it's sticking out. That's just going to help my bow to stay where it is. Now we're going to glue this on, okay? Now I want to glue it on with the happy birthday up the right way. So this is how you close this. You put this one in, you put this one on top of it, you put this one on top of that, but tuck that back part under, and then you take this part and tuck it right under there. See, we're tucking it actually inside, and that will close up perfectly. Look at that. So now I'm going to glue that. I'm just going to check and make sure that is the happy birthday. I forgot already. Yes, it is. Okay, so under we go. And they all just make this beautiful looking heart-shaped flower, I guess you could call it. Is that what you'd call it? And the last little thing that I did, now I've just made the border the same on this and this and this side, okay? Now we've got this beautiful, the front of the card is an actual embellishment. It's a secret little message, and I just want to pop one of those beautiful, gorgeous little hearts. Here they are. Now you get 3 sizes in them, 3 sizes. So I used a small one. I might use a medium one this time. Might just pop that in there. Just pop that in there like that. How beautiful. And they're flat. They're quite flat. They're like those brushed brass butterflies, I think it was. So look, let me know. What do you think about that? I think this is gorgeous, if I do say so myself. All of the details will be below in the description. I would love for you to give me a thumbs up on this, and please let me know what you think. I'm just going to stand up. Just going to show you that again, how easy that is to open, how gorgeous it is. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And the light that plays off that, you know, it follows the gorgeous petals of this beautiful heart/flower. It opens like this. It just opens, and you've got your gorgeous message inside, and then you just close that up again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. I would give me a number out of 10. I won't be offended, honestly. I won't be offended if it's not 10 out of 10, but I would hope it's not a 1 out of 10. Please let me know what you think about that. I really enjoyed making this card. I saw this on Pinterest, and I just knew that I wanted to use that die because it's so gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing your Thursday night with me. If you're seeing this later, then have a lovely weekend. Regardless, have a lovely weekend. I'm going to take things easy this weekend. I don't have my little granddaughter this coming Monday, so I've kind of got the week off. So I guess I'll get up to no good. But anyway, until Sunday night, do take care. Be kind. Hooray, and I'll see you soon. Bye.